What's up, Juventini? Welcome back to the AJC, your channel dedicated to Juventus. Champions League campaign kicks off today. Can Juventus surprise many? Can they be a shock team in this tournament? How far do we think they're going to go? Oh, we're going to cover it all, and we get a little bit of good news for the squad heading into this game as well. I'm fired up. I'm sure the boys are fired up. Skanga, how you doing?
It's been a while since we got the band back together, and it's happening for its Champions League kickoff. So excited! I'm so excited for this show.
Omer, guns out. Champions League.
Yeah, the Oasis reunion is nothing compared to this reunion. Now, the first message I saw when we logged into the show was from Adam. I don't like V-neck either because my chest hair will be flying out, but hey, it's still sexy. That's a great way to start a show.
Just let it go. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Let it happen. Just let it happen. The three amigos. Berto, get your guns out too. Hey, that happens on watch-alongs if we
it happened. It happened. I taped it. Went guns out for the first time.
Thank God for undershirts, by the way. Thank God you were wearing an undershirt.
Hey, we don't charge admission to the shows and stuff, so that can't happen. All right, there has to be an undershirt. Listen,
if you did the Vucinic celebration, I'd be psyched as well. Just take off your pants and celebrate.
Okay, easy. Family show. As Gang always says, family show.
It is a family show.
Absolutely.
But it's a good thing they did. The groundskeeper were hard at work getting ready for this game, all right, because the tears from those Inter Merda fans damn near flooded the pitch. So luckily we got those mutts out of Allianz Stadium quick enough, all right. After that, I have this camera again all the time, you guys.
You want to know something?
Oh my God.
You want to know? It's okay. Just let it go. Just leave it like that.
Got a batch of new profile pictures.
Yeah, you guys can have all your fun there with that one, for God's sakes. Anyways, we got those mutts out of there quick enough. We're ready to rock. So love to see that. I still love the tears flowing heavily from their fans. But now it's time to get to business. And European play. So we get good news, at least going into this one. Got to also say what's up to everybody in the chat. Come on. Sal, Adam, Alex Juve, Tuna's in here, Cugino, Eddie, Ori, all the usual suspects, all right. We got Jean in here, Ibelito, great to see you all right. Yorio, ciao. Guys, let's get fired up. They are going to be sporting the new third kit too. And funny enough, mine's set to arrive today. I got the UPS email. It's en route. Will it make the watch along?
Well, hang on. Are you going to send it back if you owe anything? I digress. I shouldn't say things like
that. No, that was, the Napoli fans caught off guard with their little duties and stuff. Oh, that's a shame, eh? Had to send their stuff back to China where it's made. Yeah, that's a shame.
Imagine sending it back. Imagine getting it and being like, no, I'm not going to pay extra for it.
I already took care of my duties. We're good to go. Perfect. It'll be here. Drop off at the door, please. But hopefully it makes there. If not, all good. But we did get some good news, like we were saying. So there's your squad list heading into this game. So obviously, you can see there in the graphic, we got Jagrova making it and Chico Conceição making it as well. Will we see some cameos? We wait and see. As far as the lineup goes, we'll get into that in a bit as well. But that is the squad list for the match today. This is probably the first time in a long time we go into a big matchup where we're not stressed about injuries, and the other team probably is. This is not something we're accustomed to with J Medical, all right? But Dortmund has a laundry list of injuries.
Well, J Medical still has they still have Milik in there, so they're fine. They're happy with him.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's just pretty much set up shop. So that's just pretty much it now. He's part of the welcoming committee and onboarding when players get injured and come in. But we will get to all that, the lineups, etc. We got to talk a bit about this win against Inter, how it plays to the mentality, because it's all about, can we keep this rolling? Can we get the momentum rolling into Champions League? Fans, there's still a big chunk that aren't really, and probably rightfully so, given the past few seasons and everything, as far as expectations and whatnot. They don't want to jump on board wholeheartedly right now and just say, yeah, that's it. Like, we're going to be competing for a Scudetto, you know? And then there's others that are saying, well, you know what, this team can maybe do some damage. And then we get into the same type of discussion that we got into last season, where it was this team in Serie A versus Champions League. Mm-hmm. So first off, we'll start with you guys. Your thoughts on how you feel about the league and us competing for the title there, how you see this team crossing over into European competition. Who wants to kick us off on this?
I'll start with my simpleton review. It's we'll see how today goes, but it's essentially the same start as last year, right? A lot of hype, hey, we're getting good results. I think we had a 3-0 result to Sassuolo. We had some good results to start the season last year. I can't remember them off the top of my head, but
Verona.
I am happier with the depth that we have compared to last year. Last year, there were some questions about depth. Well, at the back, we're still a little bit thin. But I think there's just a different feeling around this team. There's a different aura. I don't know what kind of words you want to put on there. Maybe the chat can help with different words. Bring out your thesauruses. But there's just a different feeling for it. And I'm more confident this year of finishing or competing for the Scudetto than we were last year.
There you go. And crossing over into European play.
See, Tudor's not well versed in playing in multiple competitions, so I don't have my hopes up. Make it to the knockout stages. I said preseason my predictions were Scudetto, Coppa Italia, and just make it to at least the second round of knockouts for Champions League.
Yeah,
and I'll be happy.
And Omer, your thoughts in League, Serie A, and Champions League?
In terms of the league, it's, again, very, very early to make any judgment, and it can always go downhill. And the same way Scudettos usually come out of nowhere. Like, no one expected Conte, no one expected Spalletti. It happens. Everything clicks for one season. And so I'm not ruling it out. I still don't think we have the best roster in the league. But after watching how Inter play and some of the mistakes and the lack of leadership, even though they're a much more experienced squad, and you expected their experienced guys to finish off the match and keep that score, but they didn't. So I don't think Inter are as good as they were made out to be. Like, some of the players are good on paper, but haven't been good for quite a while. Maybe that loss in the Champions League still haunts them. So I would say that for me, the top three right now are possibly Napoli, Juve, and Milan, because they play once a week, and Allegri, you know him. Maybe you've heard of him. Yeah. So I don't want to. It's hard to make any judgment of the season. We have to see how it goes. But that win definitely pushes you forward, and you can ask for nothing more. What an entrance to the guys who just arrived and have yet to play, like Openda, like Zagrova, to witness that in the stadium. Credit to the fans. The stadium was awesome, and I hope it will be exactly the same today. So crossing over to Champions League, I mean, I want to get to a point where teams don't want to play us.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because when we reach the point last season when we played Club Brugge and we played Benfica, and some of those games just didn't feel like there were any fear in them of playing against Juve, coming to Juve's home and whatever. So I want that to change. And you do that by playing very good in your first games. And so I want them to be a lot more cautious when we do meet them. We do have some of the harder games early on, like we have Dortmund, I think Villarreal are next, then Real Madrid, both away, and then it kind of settles down. So again, we have to see how today goes, but I have a lot of confidence. I think Tudor's playing style fits Europe a lot more, and with Bremer back, it's a different game. It's absolutely a different game for Juve.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm psyched. I'm excited.
If I'm looking at this squad, I mean, for Serie A, I had the expectations of being top two. Being top two, fighting for that title. I've seen nothing from also the teams that are expected to be up the top that really makes me think, wow. And then when I look at us, I'm thinking, I see subtle signs that we could be better than what we were last year. And what were we last year? A team that pissed away more than enough points to actually take the title in a league that isn't running away from us. And I still see us being right there. I think the biggest thing, we talked about this like kind of in the green room there, is I think Tudor's got a handle on two of the biggest issues that we had. One of them just being simply the harmony of the squad. Having a squad that's united. Having an actual team. The second is I think he's got a way better feel for the roles the players need to be playing and how he's pieced them together, and whether it's even just simply the setup making more sense, but it does. And I don't think it's to anybody's surprise. It shouldn't be to anybody's surprise that guys are doing better and showing more in that. Guys like Conceição, I think, looks better in this than pinned to a sideline like last year for Mota. Yildiz has done way better. This is the best Yildiz we've seen so far since he's hit the scene. By a long shot. Omer, you have stats on that to back that.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't prepare the stats. I saw them today and I found it interesting. But in general, Yield is under Tudor since last season. He has 14 goals, 7 assists, and 7 goals, and in 1,025 minutes. And under Mota, he has, I think, half of that in more than double the minutes, like in 2,300 something minutes. So yeah, he really took off. He really took off under Tudor, and it's just getting better and better, man.
Yeah, and you've got these guys, and as Gio points out here in the chat, you've got these guys a year older. You've also got them on the list as being vice captains, right? Which puts a little more responsibility on them and just shows them the importance and the significance they have to the squad. It's all just kind of fit. Bremer back, massive, you know? So for me, in terms of the league, I actually think we will be right there. I think we will be right there battling for it. In terms of European play, I've got the exact same feelings I did last year. Last year it went sideways because of some of the issues we spoke about, but I think that if you open up against this team, I think our firepower is insane if you look at it. I mean, even today, if you've got Jagrova and you've got Chico Conceição that, let's say, they can't play a part and they're not going to make a cameo, you're still expected to start off with a very strong team that has serious weapons in there. And the fact that you can mix and match a front three that carries insane threats any way you slice it, that's exactly what you need when you play in Europe. You need that firepower. We've got that firepower. Defensively, will it hold up? Well, I mean, you got to wait and see how the games go. And Tudor's, I think, got another possibility, another weapon in Adzic. He can play him as a midfielder. That helps what you can do, what you can create out of there. But I just think things bode well. Defensively is probably the only spot, I would say, when you start to get into Europe, that they'll be tested way more than what we'll see in Serie A. And that's going to be the biggest question mark.
I think our backline is going to be tested.
Can we be a surprise in Europe? I don't see why not.
Yeah, just be a problem. Be a problem to the other team.
Yeah. Be a pain in the ass to play against. Why could we not achieve that? Of course we can.
Yeah, a lot more weaker teams have done it in the past few years. You had a season of Lyon and Porto and Benfica are always, make it. There's no reason Juve can't be that team. Yeah, we're not like Europe elite right now. No one views us as Europe elite, and maybe that's their mistake. Maybe we still have a lot to prove, and it's all very new and shit. But still, it can be that. The attacking options are insane. The mentality of the team is right where it needs to be. Even in that Inter match, you knew that last season after you concede the draw, that's it. You saw the guys giving up, physically giving up, putting their heads down, and it wasn't like that. It just wasn't like that. They were all counting on themselves that they can do it, and that's a huge credit to Tudor. He got this team mentally exactly where it needs to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I mean, the team's got to use this whole not being seen as considered in that elite. They need to use that to their advantage. Like, play that underdog role and go out there and be that team nobody wants to face. That's what they need to be. That's what they need to be doing. That's what they need to be doing. Now, as far as this game goes today with Dortmund here, we talked about the squad list. We go there. There is a statistic that's out there for Juventus when they kick off their European play at home 14 times. Never suffered a defeat. 11 wins, 3 draws in 14 matches when they kick off European play. All right. So, hey, let's keep that one rolling. Juve obviously coming off the dramatic 4-3 win in the Derby d'Italia. We got to ride that momentum and carry that into this game. Dortmund have started their season solidly as well. Wins their last 2 Bundesliga games and actually been defensively sound recently as well. So again, where it gets into play, some of these injury news with Shagrova, Conceição making squad list. We still have Miretti out. We have Milik out. Okay. But Cambiasso returns. That's a big one for Juve too. And he needs to have a big performance and show why he was missed. For Borussia Dortmund, a lot of absences. Emre Can out. Niklas Sule out. Schlotterbeck, all unavailable, those 3. Fabio Silva's also out. Duranville's out. And then you have Brandt and Anselmino that are expected to be back.
Mitch.
So they're expected to be back in there. And then Pascal Grob missed the final training session. He's kind of on a monitoring situation there anyways. But that's pretty much it. If you're going to look at your starting lineups, let's take a peek here. This is Dortmund, what you can expect to see. And Omar, we were talking about this, still a decent 11 for sure.
Yeah, I'm not even sure it will look like that. I guess Adiami would start and Bellingham would be in midfield instead of one of the central guys. But we might see that. We were linked to Couto, and it is a good team. Dortmund are unexpected. When they're on their game, and they're a terrifying team, and they can beat anyone in Europe. But it doesn't happen every week, and depending on what Dortmund get. On paper, I think we have a better team with all their injuries. I mean, and it's at home. We should win it, in my opinion. We really need to win it.
What Dortmund does a good job of is the fact that they can mix it up so well, and they have no problems. They just, if I had to explain them, smart. They play smart because if you give them the flanks, if they can gain on the flanks, they'll take it. But they have no fear in the way that they set up through the midfield and going up into the attack, that they have no problem going right up the middle if they have to, and they'll pull one of those midfielders out, almost level them out with the center backs, and everybody just makes a slight shift and they give themselves a lane where they can pretty much advance right up the middle if you want to shut down blocks on the flanks, right? So it's pretty smart, and they have some versatility all around there when you're looking at Nemecha, Bellingham, Sabitzer. So it's very, very tricky when you face them because of that, right? Guys have no problem jumping out of position to fill space and can still still do damage, right? So
I would call them a better version of Atalanta. They kind of play the same way. They play the same way no matter who they face. They use a lot of youngsters, and it's barely noticeable. They sell them, bring new ones, and it just works out. I really like Dortmund. They're a great team. So yeah, better version of Atalanta with the way they play.
And
When it
that's not
clicks,
hard because Atalanta is a clown show, right, Skanga?
yeah, Gasparini's
1,000%.
Atalanta.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
The
This is our
circus.
lineup according to Giovanni Albanese. Di Gregorio, Gatti, Bremer, Kelly, Locatelli, Thuram, Kalulu, Cambiaso, Yildiz with Openda and David up top. 3-4-1-2. Fellas, thoughts on that one? Skanga, what do you think about this lineup for Juve?
Yeah, I'll start. Thank you. Love it. I love everything about that. The Kalulu on the right and the right side. Well, actually, now I got to Kalulu on the right. Yeesh. But up top, something I want to see this Juventus team do is attack through the middle. We scored 2 big goals. We had 3 that were generated last game through the middle of the park, which is something we haven't done in a long time consistently. Love to see Yildiz through the middle there. Yes, I'm okay with everything there, but the Kalulu got to right side. That's already giving me a little bit of achita there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't really mind it, to be honest, because it kind of makes it easier to shift to like a back four, and when Cambiaso plays, because he drifts into the midfield a lot. So when Kalulu drop backs, it's like a back four, and I don't know if you can do that. We haven't tried it yet, I guess, with Joao Mario. I like Openda starting. He probably has the most experience against Dortmund out of everyone here. I think David is going to celebrate after playing in Italy and having zero space to move. I think he'll find it a lot more pleasing and suitable for him. And Yildiz is Yildiz. My man shines in big
I
occasions and is definitely scoring today.
if I look at this, yeah, I mean, I've been hard on the Kalulu Gatti right side, and I don't like it at all. In this game, being wide open, I mean, I don't think it's going to stand out as that sore spot if it in fact is what we go with. I believe Tudor will go with it. He just loves Kalulu as this right wing back role. Personally, what I would do is I'd actually play McKennie there. I'd leave everything else the same in this lineup, but I'd play McKennie there and I'd bring Joao Mario in after. I'd probably play Kalulu as your right center back over Gatti in this one, just to have a little bit more speed back there. And I just don't think it's a game where Gatti is really necessary back there, to be honest. So I would go Bremer, Kalulu, Kelly, and I'd play Big Mac out on the right to start and bring Joao Mario in the second half. That's the only thing I'd change. I think Openda and David is going to be solid up in the top, and it may not actually be 3-4-1-2, because that's the thing with Openda and David. I see the two of them interchanging up at the top, and it might still play out as a 3-4-2-1, where Yildiz might still work predominantly off the left and Openda off the right, with David up top, and David and Openda can switch it out. So that is what we were just speaking to when you're talking about Juventus and some of the versatility that they carry, right? They can do that, and that can happen with this attack. So you can have the same group of guys out there, and it can look 3 different ways, right? And it could play out several different ways. Cambiaso is absolutely the wild card here. He's got to get going. He's got to find the pockets of space. He is the most critical to Juve in advancing and linking up everything. The backline, the middle to the attack. Cambiaso is absolutely massive for Juve when it comes to that. So he's got to have a big one today. And will he have that big game? I believe so. You know,
Well, he did score a brace when we faced them in preseason. He was man of the match.
Dortmund's backline, we got to test them, okay? With a couple of absences being there, we gotta go at them, and I think that's a really balanced lineup. Even if we factor in some of the changes we would have made or not, that's very, very balanced. That's a solid, balanced lineup for Juve, and we should definitely be testing that backline. I like it.
I think the approach will be a lot different than what we saw against Inter. Like
Yeah, and I
maybe
mean,
a bit more proactive.
oh,
And
I
those
think
guys
so.
up top, they move a lot. I think they're going to stretch Dortmund's defense a lot,
Welcome aboard, Vinny.
opposed to Vlahovic, who stays centrally and is always in the center. And the mix, those guys are moving around a lot. Yeah, I expect a lot more of an attacking game, if you want to call it that way.
Yeah. And shout out to Mitch there with the super chat there saying, get the likes up, everybody. And then we got Tutto Azzurri coming in here. Massive shout out, Berto, mate. We'll do a mate. Great Juve live show as always. Greetings from our entire rugby club currently traveling to Edinburgh, Scotland. Please pray for my victims, mate. Hey, good luck. Good luck there. Take care of business. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it.
Edinburgh, beautiful city.
Now, let's get into this.
Mm-hmm.
We got to set the tone, Skanga. We got to set the tone.
Are we there?
We're there.
Set
the
Tony,
tone.
yeah.
Hang on. All right. So, for anybody who's new here, this is where we go through the referee stats. Now, if anyone has looked it up, Omer looked it up. He cheated a little bit beforehand, but that's okay. So, the referee today is Francois Letessier, listed as, I know he's French. I know some people are just like, oh, here we go with the French. But hey, we love the French. They don't really support us, but on we go. Ranked as a UEFA Elite category referee. You've seen him. Everybody here has seen him referee. He did our 3-2 win with the red card to Leipzig last season. Then before that, Omer, he did which one? It's been a while.
Sporting in the Europa League with Di Maria
Yeah,
and all those guys.
Couldn't even find on the list. So I think he's about 39 years old. He's done 173 League One games. Sorry, whatever. 26 Champions League games. Now, he did 3 Club World Cup games this summer. In those 3 games, he had 16 yellow cards and 1 red card. Now, one of the games was Palmeiras and Botafogo. That was 1 red and 10 yellows in one game. Now, he averages a little over 4 yellows a game. So
Proper
whatever
South
the
American.
whatever the over-under is today, take the over. He loves handing out yellows. So I'd expect an early yellow today to sort of set the tone. But that's sort of why I don't like Gatti in this game, to your point. He might draw an early yellow, and he doesn't give a lot of penalties though. Very short on the penalties, which is a good thing in Champions League. But
Yeah.
high number of yellow cards, this guy. So what I think it might be 4.5. I'm betting heavy on the over.
Betting heavy on the over.
Yep.
There we go. We've got the tone set here. Maybe we'll hold off though, as we usually do on predictions. We're gonna hold that a little bit more because there's a lot of Storm the Barn that we'll get to before we actually drop into that. All right, but the feelings going into this one, kind of want to talk about, like we talked about Inter, that game, that derby, insane. Was it almost like too emotional, too intense or whatever to then follow up to this one? Or is that the best possible way to move into this game? Would you have liked a different opponent? There's already people saying they're worried about Verona now after Derby d'Italia, Champions League opener, and that could be a banana peel game. We haven't even got there, etc. But is that the best possible way to go into this game with what went down there?
I think it is. I think it is because we didn't thrash Inter. We were very close to drawing that match, and Tudor talked about it after the match, that there are a lot of things that need fixing. He knows the defense wasn't on top of their game. We should not have conceded 3. So if we would have beaten them 4-0, just thrashing, it would have been amazing. But that one might have gotten to the guys' heads a bit, because that's still like a European finalist last season. But because it's a 4-3 and the words, if he said that to the president, he definitely said that to the team, just to keep their heads down. He knows how it goes. And so I don't view it as something bad. On the contrary, I think it's a very good mindset to go into the next game with.
It's definitely not
Verona,
bad. I think the only it's definitely not bad. I think the only thing we'll be talking about is a lot of the same lineup, a very, very intense match right before, and just trying to carry it through and keep at that level. It's for me, I actually think it's the best way to go into it. I think it's the best way to go into it. I would have rather that than play a weak opponent where you just dominate the ball and you're not really tested. You're not really put through any suffering and whatnot. So I think it's the best possible way to go through. I wouldn't change it one bit. And I think that it bodes well for us going into this game immediately after. Skanga, what do you think?
For me, it's the opposite. I'm more concerned. Well, I guess some people already mentioned. I'm more concerned about the Verona game because you're coming in on a high in the Champions League, first Champions League match, big win on the weekend. You know, stadium's probably going to be rocking tonight. Champions League midweek night game, and I believe we're away on the weekend.
We are away.
It's just those are the games we never, and it's historical for the past, I'd say 5-6 years. We have the Champions League hangover on the weekends after Champions League. So I'm not worried about tonight. I'm more worried about the weekend.
There's something we talked about after the Derby d'Italia too, and that's Tudor opening up and starting to have more faith in guys and maybe them showing him in that Derby d'Italia that he doesn't have to have any fear in playing. And Adzic was obviously one of them. That actually also plays into the whole how we move on from here and how nervous we should be on maybe a banana peel match because, man, you still have Zagrova and Chico hitting the squad list. Guys can play in that. All of a sudden, your rotation doesn't look that bad. Outside of what happens at the back line, it's already being talked about that that's going to be the first game Bremer rests in, is at the weekend on the road against Verona with Rugani set to come in, as he's seen as the guy that takes Bremer out when he needs
Don't
rest.
we have an international break coming up?
So,
again, end of September, I think we have another one.
No, mid-October.
It'll be mid-October. It's a ways out. So, yeah, we've got a good string of games. I believe like 10. A good string of games there before we look at that. So, yeah, for me, I think Tudor's got some rotation that could help alleviate any of those feelings and everything. So I'm going to go with that. We are going to get to Storm the Barn. Let me fix this camera, I tell you. What position does Juve finish the league phase in? Holy, already? Already? Boys.
Remind me how many teams there are? 24? Is it 24 teams?
No,
Top,
it's 36.
Oh, fuck. Okay,
36. 32, sorry. 32,
so top 8 automatically I got to look at the list. Where did we finish last year? I think we were 14th or something, or 15th, because we were away.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. You know, Paris Saint-Germain almost didn't make it. Real Madrid finished out of the top 8. Bayern, I mean, it's very hard to predict. We only have one season sample. Like West Ham finished in the top 8. I mean, a host of other teams. It's very hard to predict. I wish they'd finish in the top 8. I don't mind if it's 8, 7, whatever. But I don't know. It's very hard to tell. We didn't even have one game.
Be in the top half. I'll be happy with the top 16. Be in the top half. Compete for 8th, but I'm okay with that. 10 to 14. I'd be really happy in that. Just be in the top half.
I think that's probably where, if I had to pick this early on, I mean, not even played a game in Champions League, very difficult. But 12, somewhere in there.
Yeah. Perfect.
That's probably going to be my guess as to where we could land. We got to look at this Champions League again. When we got our draw, I remember the vast difference in feelings from fans, because some were like, I hate this draw because all the teams are around our level. And I'm like, well, that's the best way to do it, is to get the teams that are around your level. We avoided a lot of difficult matchups, and that's about all you can ask for, is to get a host of teams that are all at your level and around it. That means that the games, you've got a higher percentage right off the gate, even if you consider them 50-50. And fans feel nervous like that. You're not going to come out of the Champions League draw and have a schedule where you're like 75% favorite to win, like the majority, 3/4 of your games. That's just not going to happen. I love this draw. I think it's a great draw for Juve. Perfect blend. Couple difficult ones, and then the rest all right in your wheelhouse. And you got a little bit of a demon slaying that has to happen when you look at the Portuguese side. So let's giddy up.
I'll tell you what. If we win today and get a draw against Real Madrid away, I'm calling it. We're finishing in the top 8.
Don't we have to play one game in the Arctic Circle? Is it one team?
Yeah, that one's going to be interesting there against. But man, I actually look forward to that. That's going to strike a chord with the Canadians up here, playing in the winter like that. So,
sorry, are we Real Madrid away?
Yeah.
Yes.
Play both Spanish teams away and both Portuguese team at home.
Yeah.
The Portuguese teams doesn't matter. We're still going to struggle.
I think
it matters when you play them away. Playing against them away is a bitch and a half. Playing them at home is a different story.
Yeah, I'm still right now. I'm sitting around 12 for Juve, but we'll see. Obviously, that could change, and that's one of the fun things that I like so far. That I'm gonna enjoy about following this team is that I really think you're not far off from, if he gets it right with the weapons that he has and the versatility, the way he could change things up. If Tudor gets it right, we could take off. Like, we could take off if he gets it right. So let's see. And of course, J Medical's the wild card every year, year in, year out.
Not only for us.
Knock on wood.
I kind of think we beat City last season because they lost Rodri. I mean, other teams will have injuries too. And someone mentioned here the Monaco game, which will be tough. That's
look at Dortmund today.
The end of January. From now till the end of January, a lot will happen.
Do you guys risk, speaking of J Medical, I know maybe this is an early Storm to Barn question. Do you risk Jagrova today? Even if he's like, they plan on giving him 5 minutes, do you even risk putting him out there for 5 minutes?
I'll tell you what. I don't think Tudor's team has gotten it wrong with injuries. Like, he got a super injured squad. And since he arrived, how many injuries did we have? We had Miretti in the summer, but all the rest came back and didn't, relapse and fall back to the same injury again. So I do think he's managing it well. I don't know, maybe something has changed. Maybe Mota was just exaggerating with his training and stuff, but I have more faith of keeping our guys healthy. So if they approved Jagrova for that match, so far by what we've seen, I think he can give, 10, 12, 15, 20 minutes. They wouldn't risk him. That's my point.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, speaking to Tudor too, and Tuna right on cue here, same thing I was talking about after the Derby d'Italia. I mean, the physical fitness of this team looks great. Like, our conditioning actually does look fantastic. And when you factor in, he should be not carrying any fear of playing guys, no matter who they are, coming off the bench, should bode well for us. And that's the kind of stuff you need in this competition. So we'll see.
He's also been making good subs at like the 60th minute.
Late, but yes.
Well, the Inter game was late, right? But all of the games before that, he's been like the 55th, 62nd. Like, he's been getting those legs switched out earlier.
It's not only an opinion, it's actually a fact. If you go check the total mileage of all the team in the first 3 games compared to the games last season, it's night and day. They run a lot more this season. So, yeah, I would say their physical fitness or whatever is a lot better than it was last season.
Absolutely.
They came prepared.
You can see it. You could see it.
Mm-hmm.
If King Lloyd Kelly nets a winner today, free kit on me. A free Lloyd Kelly kit on.
Know something, Justin? Wait in line, bud. You got to wait in line. I haven't even gotten a free kit yet. Settle down. But that's not a big deal.
He's putting it up. He's going to give somebody.
Oh, he's going to give one. Absolutely. Do it, Justin. Good for you.
I told Lou today that if Kelly is 1 goal away from earning his name back from Lord to Lloyd.
Mitch coming in here. What's the real fitness level of Zagrova? Hey, man, who's got the magic 8-ball right now to ask? Because the contradictions, even just yesterday, were he is farther away than we believe to getting back into the lineup to actually playing. Today he's in the squad list. He wasn't expected to be in the squad list. So I always said it. These guys that are in media, it doesn't matter who the hell they are, when there's one thing that comes to injuries, they have no fucking clue on return time. Like, they have none.
No.
So it's just
Milik is still out since last season.
You take things with a grain of salt that comes from media. When it comes to injury timetables, they have not got a clue. So I have no idea when it comes to Zagrova. I mean, wouldn't that be something to get him in there at some point today? It would be awesome to see. But if it carries any risk, I'm not doing it. Hell no. Hell no. And the same goes for Chico. Why would you have to? You've got Openda and David, even if they start things off. You could pull Vlahovic. He's obviously better as a sub. You've got Adzic now that could play a part as well. You don't have to. There's no need to. So if there's any risk, don't do it. Don't do it. With which win would you guys be happier? Real Madrid or Benfica? Personally, Benfica.
100% agree.
Real Madrid, easily.
Man, you guys are going to be stoked when we beat both of these clown shows.
Real Madrid away, beating them at the Bernabeu.
I just think,
question, man. That's a celebration every day.
To beat Real Madrid in their house, that would be but goddamn Benfica, man, Jesus,
just killing us.
I have a very close friend who's a Benfica fan, and if anything, if there's anything we ever do around Benfica, it might be getting this guy a couple drinks and coming on once and telling his story about his first experience watching Benfica live as a kid with Aggie the Eagle there. Hilarious. One of the best stories I've ever heard. But Real Madrid at the Bernabeu for me, yeah, I'm taking that one. Despite everything with Benfica and our terrible record against them, it would have to be that game for me. Man. By the way, did I see something correctly in the fact that Florentino Perez is preparing some type of battle with the officiating in Spain? And my God, man, Real Madrid just never changes. Never changes.
Yeah, they are planning some sort of a lawsuit, which triggered by Dean Huijsen's red card. You know, while Lloyd Kelly drops masterclasses, Dean Huijsen gets sent out.
Wait a second. Are you telling me June Tully got another one right? Is Lloyd Kelly another one he got right?
He might, but again, Huijsen, I would have loved to have him. That's 20 millions that shouldn't.
Hey, I got my thoughts on Huijsen. I'm telling you, when it comes to defending, he's one of these guys that's going to be hyped up for how he plays the ball. Good, young, high level prospect.
Yes.
But I question the main thing at the back, which is the defending. Okay, I question that.
That was a bad.
I think all these ball playing center backs are getting hyped to insane levels. We just saw with Bastoni, and we gave him one of these. Tackling does not get trumped by passing. Sorry, it just doesn't. It just doesn't. Not for me, anyways. What do you call a telephone that lives in the gym? A buffon. A buff.
Not bad.
A buff phone. Buffon. But it's the pronunciation and yellow.
Not bad. He's trying.
Yellow.
Not straight red, Adam, but you're trying.
I think Mitch gave him a quick yellow on that one earlier.
Yeah. Quick yellow.
But keep him coming.
Yellow. But I appreciate the effort. But it's Champions League, buddy. You really got to deliver on Champions League match days. Like, this isn't Serie A. This isn't Serie A, right? Am I the only one concerned with the amount of time Bremer has? Okay, so we kind of talked about that. It's expected on the weekend that gets his first rest. Are you guys concerned with his playing time?
I'm concerned with him in general because we saw how detrimental it was to us to lose him early in the season. So yeah, I'm always worried he'll get injured. But I said earlier, they given me no reason to not trust their decisions of who plays and who doesn't and who's ready for 90 minutes. I my guess is that he 100% rested against Verona on the weekend.
Yeah,
But yeah, the fear is always there that we lose him again.
yeah, with the ACL, it's never so much the ACL as it is the fatigue of the other muscles, like the hamstring, the quad, whatever else is going to start breaking down around it. Um, but he's a professional. He came in. He hasn't missed a step. So, but at some point, you got to shut him down. Even if he comes on as a sub for Verona, you got to shut him down for a game. It has to happen.
I'm surprised at how there's been basically almost no transition period for Bremer. Like, he looks
Nothing.
just as good and
Yep.
quicker than I would have anticipated. It's actually
Not
crazy.
hesitant. Yeah.
The dude's a unit. The dude's a unit. At the very start, the first couple like appearances, the timing you could see just a little bit kind of off there, but since, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I think that the fear is naturally going to be there, but that's because of how important we know he is to this team.
Mm.
Like, and as much as a shit show last year was, and as much as Matzo Ball made a mess of things, Bremer, you put him back in that group last year, that could have been the difference in all those points that were pissed away. You take
A lot of points.
Do you take half of those points with Bremer in the lineup? It's not crazy to think that out of 26 points you gave up from an advantage position that you maybe take 12 home with them. That's not crazy. What would 12 have done? Would have been massive in the grand scheme of things. You probably have a completely different outlook, even despite what happened with Malta and whatnot.
Yeah, you probably keep Mota. That's the issue.
Well, everything happens for a reason, so maybe that's why Bremer got hurt,
Yeah.
so that guy would
Yeah.
fuck out of town.
Hang on, no, hang on, Mitch. I was trying to say, Mitch, you gave Adam a yellow card. I wasn't giving you one, bud. Settle down. Anyways, on we go.
Oh, Mitch
Keep
thought
going.
he got the yellow. No, Mitch, you didn't get the
No.
yellow.
No,
Take it
you're not
easy.
getting yellow.
Take it easy. And if we
I don't even have a yellow.
get upset feelings, I'm going to pull out straight reds. So we don't want upset feelings on Champions League match days. Let's go. Let's keep it rolling.
Yeah, it's a happy day. Come on.
Is Yildiz breakthrough better than Pogba's? I'd say so, because Yildiz plays for a team that's nowhere close to what Pogba had, which made it much. That's actually a very good point. But, I mean, I'm going to tell you right now,
Pogba was
the
awesome.
breakthrough isn't at that level yet, but I do think that he is going to hit a breakthrough. This season is like, going into the season, a bunch of us were calling like, this is the season for Yildiz if he's going to make a big, big breakthrough. Like, this is the one. But guys, is it better than Pogba's?
It's hard to compare because Pogba came into a Scudetto winning team with that amazing midfield, which might say a lot about him, that he actually got into that midfield and sort of pushed Marquisio out a bit. But he came in straight to the first team. You had a discussion about the best debut goals. Pogba's debut goal against Napoli was a wild one, a left-footed volley outside the area. I mean, he made himself known very quickly. Yildiz came into the next gen. He had, I don't know, 1 or 2 seasons there. Like, he had more time to get accustomed to Juve and the environment. It's a completely different team, completely different situation. I find it hard to compare the two. Pogba, since he stepped on the pitch, was kind of immediate. And Yildiz took a while. Allegri didn't give him a whole lot of minutes. And then Mota decided to bench him for some idiotic reason. And I believe that since like March from last season, he really started to shine the way we expected him. But we had a much bigger sample size of what to expect from Yildiz. Like, we saw all his goals in next gen. Pogba was not a complete unknown, but We didn't know he would be that good.
Yeah, he was like the Kool-Aid man breaking through the brick wall. It's like, holy shit,
Yeah.
look at this kid. And it, but like, I don't know. I'm with Omar. I don't want to compare the two, but Pogba, he was awesome, man. When he was at his growing in his peak, he was unbelievable to watch.
It was crazy
Throw
to watch
Yildiz.
Pogba.
Throw Yildiz in that
Yil-
team. Does he get in there that fast like Pogba did?
I don't
He
know.
might. He might.
He
He's a
might.
phenomenal
He might.
player.
You know what's funny is it's like this. It's like the same thing. Let me fix the damn camera, everybody. But if you guys remember with Pogba, you remember guys like Pirlo and all of them talking about his in training, right? They all said the same thing about him in training. Unbelievable player, like crazy to watch. I don't know how. This is Pirlo at that time saying, I don't know how Man United let this kid walk. Like,
Because he missed his alarm clock. That's it.
Yildiz, it's the same thing. Like, everybody that sees him in our trainings is like, this kid's going to win a Ballon d'Or. Like, you got guys saying he's going to win a Ballon d'Or one day. Like, he's insane. It's very similar to me. Would Yildiz break through on that team at that time? I mean,
different players too, though. Like to me, I don't know if you guys agree or not. Just different styles. Like Pogba he was like silky is the way I liked his silky play through the middle. Yildiz is I think it will be more of a game wrecker than Pogba was.
Getting into that midfield was one hell of a task. Getting into Juve's attack in the past few seasons is not as hard.
Yeah.
That's the
yeah.
thing for
It's
me.
tough.
I can't compare it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna enjoy the Yildiz breakthrough either way.
Yes.
So,
absolutely.
But I do agree with
it.
someone here that said Dybala trumps both. The way he came in.
Dybala came in with an absolute bang. I mean, you could say that his breakthrough, it was definitely a lot more, I think, sudden.
Yeah,
I think that's why we don't maybe level Yildiz to that degree, is because it's been a gradual thing. Hey?
And Dybala was coming from Palermo. He had hype behind him. Like he was
big time. He spent 40 on him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, here's the next thing. And he lived up to every goddamn penny.
Yeah. Yeah, he really did.
Absolutely.
So I just think because it's a gradual thing, it's kind of downplayed with Yildiz, but whatever. I love it, man. I think the kid's an absolute monster. I got a feeling. Oh, hold on. I missed one. Dream Vacation. Oh my God, Dream Vacation. At this point, wife, 2 kids, whatever. Put me on the beach somewhere. Put me on the beach somewhere. The fam, I'm good. Easy.
The wife, my wife and I, we have a plan. Once the little one gets old enough, we're gonna hit the 4 majors in tennis. So Australia, Melbourne, that tour. That's, if you call it dream vacation, but it's gonna happen.
Nice.
That's a great vacation.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Homer?
Mine, I think right now it's this island near Spain called San Sebastian. It's been said to have the best food in the world. I saw some posts that said this place has the best food in the world. It's just this dreamy vacation, beaches and whatever. I heard a lot of great things about it. And I like it because of a song. I actually came to know it because of a song by Sonata Arctica. And I'm dying to be there. I will be there.
Nice. I'm easy, guys. Send me to the beach, somewhere hot. I just love it. Okay, I'm super easy. It's not picky. Not picky at all. But I would actually love to get... I don't get to Italy enough, though. And I love it there. And with the family, and you speak about beaches, beautiful places to go. I could tour Italy 20 times over and still find amazing things to do and stuff. I just love it. But I'd love to actually do a European and actually hit a bunch of places. And that's the plan for Kels and I, is eventually just do a European actual tour and rock a bunch of countries.
Yeah.
I got a feeling Tudor. We'll play totally different today from last time. I think we play with more pressing. Thoughts? I would love to see it. I think the game will naturally allow him to have to play differently.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now,
I kind of alluded to it earlier. I think the approach will be different. Yeah, go on.
Will he approach it differently? I'm just saying, will he approach it differently? He will. He may have to. Let's see if he can adjust and put a different approach to it.
Yeah, it's. I don't think Dortmund, even though we said they have a good squad and everything, I don't think they dominate the ball on us. And naturally, unless that happens, you can't really change Tudor's main style of how he wants to play. So I think we get pretty aggressive. I think we pressure them well. It should be a pretty even split on the ball, which naturally will allow us to play a little bit different. And I think we'll be a little bit more on the front foot and trying to win that ball back earlier on, higher up the pitch. I think you'll see a much higher defensive line than our last game. And I think it's just because of how this thing's going to go with Dortmund. So the midfield battle starts there. It starts there, but Dortmund by no means should be dominating the ball against us. So I think that naturally changes the entire game. Do you agree with that, Omer?
Yeah. Yeah, 100% agree. I think Dortmund will play a bit more like we played against Inter. And they will look for sending Adiami forward if he starts. The fact that they do miss some important players may change that. May change their approach to the game in general. But yeah, I don't think they'll be looking to hold the ball for long periods and trying to penetrate the defense. I think they look for opportunities.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. I actually think this is going to be a super, super fun watch, not just for neutrals, but also for Juve fans. And with that, guys, time to get into this. Time to get into this prediction. All right.
Making some bets.
Final score, 2 tiebreakers. You know how we run it out here. Final score, 2 tiebreakers. Who's kicking things off?
I'm ready to go. I've been ready since about 8 o'clock last night. Give you guys a minute to think. Here we
Let's
go.
So
actually, Juventus are favored in this one, minus 105. Draw plus 260. Borussia Dortmund plus 280. I like a 3-2 win. I don't think we're going to keep a clean sheet. I think we're gonna leak a couple goals. I don't know who's going to score when, but I'm taking Yildiz to get 2 goals at plus 1600. I'm going to get David with the third at plus 125. A David assist is plus 480, by the way. So I'm going to take Juventus 3-2 win at plus 250. I'm also going to take Juventus winning at halftime at plus 145. Side note, Bremer goal plus 1600. Like it. And there's another bet you can make. Either Juventus 2-1, 3-1, or 4-1 win is a plus 420. So I like to sprinkle the Chicoria around a little bit. So 3-2 today for me. Yildiz with 2.
Very nice. Very nice. Omer, you're up.
Yeah, I like Forza Juve's prediction. I think all 3 from the front line are getting goals, Penda, David, and Yildiz. Nice. But I do think we concede at least 1, so I'll go with a 3-1.
Okay.
The 3 attackers get the goals. And over 4.5 yellow cards. I'll take Tony on that one.
All right. Okay. Well. Look at this. A lot of positivity. I like to see it. 2-1, 3-1, 3-1, 2-0 to Azzurri, 3-0 Juve, 3-0, 2-0 Bremer.
Remember the dreadful predictions from last season?
2-0. Oh yeah. Yildiz David scores. Locatelli gets the first yellow. 3-1 David, Loca, and Dusan off the bench there. 4-2. Wow. Dortmund don't play defense. They're a little makeshift back there today too. Got to take advantage. Tuna 3-1. Grassi goal. Yildiz 2 assists. King Kelly goal. Cambiasso goal. King Kelly scoring back-to-back. Tuna. Bold.
Settle down, guys.
Bold. Gio's got Yildiz on 2 assists. Adam 2-0. 4-0 from Chris, or even better, 7-0. Reno coming in here 2-0. I'm going to go 3-1 was my score line. Omar has taken it, so I'll be different.
As usual.
And I'm going to say that we go 4-1. All right? So I'll add us another goal, and I'll add it to somebody from the bench. Let's give it to Dushan off the bench. So 4-1. Dushan bags one off the bench. Yildiz gets... Oh, he's going to have a brace in this one. So I'm going to say Yildiz brace, Dushan off the bench, 4-1 victory. Wow. Giddy up. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Love to see it. Hopefully that goes down. I'm bringing you a watch-along, everybody. Hope to see you all in there. The watch-alongs have been spectacular. A lot of fun with the Army there. But, man,
by the way, you've been on a lot of compilations on YouTube of just fans celebrating the goals. I've watched a lot. Yeah, so a lot of people clipped your reactions and put them in like a compilation of celebrations.
Oh, nice.
So that's awesome. Keep it up, everyone in the chat. If you're not tuning in and deciding to listen to those unknowledgeable announcers, whoever they are, man, just tune in to Berto. You'll have a great time.
Just take it easy on the chair this time, bud. That poor chair of yours took some chops.
Hey, man, I tell you, that chop, that was textbook too, eh? Just
yeah. Ric Flair style with the back of the hand.
Oh, man, just slap the shit out. Everybody, I think that was the number one comment. It was, what did the chair do to you, man? I was like, it's just here. It's just
here. You need
here.
A punching bag hanging behind you so you can punch it.
The panettone tin that just happens to be in here because it's a Juventus one. It just starts
where's the trophy? Is that coming out, or I haven't seen it yet?
Yeah.
Normally
it comes
get
out.
mad.
Look at the size of that thing.
No, we'll win the Champions League once you throw that in the trash.
Where the hell did you get that thing? Where did you get that thing?
Well, actually, this was a supporter of the channel that sent it. Literally, like, one day I get a message and it's like, hey, can I send you something? Like, I was like, well, he's like, it's a gift. He's like, trust me, you'll like it. Like, I love your channel, etc. Dude,
the box must be the size of a fridge box.
It was insane. I was like, did he send me a piece of furniture? Like, it was huge. And I take this thing out and I'm like, are you shitting me? And then I put it on the table at lunch and put some apple juice in it and just drank my apple juice out of this son bitch. I was just like, oh yeah.
Look at that thing. What a beauty.
What a unit.
I once ordered a chair from, was it Amazon? Maybe eBay. And I thought it was a chair, and I got this miniature thing
Temu
all the way home. Yeah. No, it was a lot earlier. It was like, I don't know, 12 or 14 years ago, something like that.
Imagine, I heard that was an issue around going for a while where people were getting miniatures of everything they were ordering.
Yeah, but they charge you for a regular chair. That's the annoying thing. Otherwise, it would have been hilarious.
That's like Inter trying to get a CB and getting Bastoni. He's got a fucking miniature.
Yeah. So how do you guys feel about Lloyd Kelly? The chat, mainly. But you guys, how do you feel about Lloyd Kelly now?
I had this discussion literally yesterday with Giratina, who I haven't seen him in the chat here today, but he's usually always in here. I just said it's like he's not as big an issue as everyone makes it out to be. He isn't. The fact, I've been adamant about the fact he's the best option we have on the left side there at the back. The thing is with him, he still has his positional issues at times. He's still not that great on the ball. But like, he is the best option on the left. And the fact is, if you go to the other side, Gatti has his issues. Kalulu has his issues. It's like, the one true rock you have at the back is Bremer. And that is it. And the rest need to elevate. And I think that a lot of it gets cleaned up because Bremer's there. I wouldn't be surprised if you go into Verona. That's where you choose to play Rugani. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a pretty off game from Lloyd Kelly. Like, I guess the way I'd put it is I'm not wholeheartedly convinced, but he's not as big an issue as people make it out to be. That's just me.
Yeah, because he's playing as a defender. He's not playing as this silky-footed, I got to distribute, got to help out in the attack. No, he's playing as a left back. He's just doing his job.
You alluded to it in the previous show that he somehow got tangled in this Hoysen situation.
Yep.
Which had like 6 months between them. Like it had nothing to do. They didn't replace Hoysen with him. I would even more attribute it more to losing Danilo in January to bringing in Kelly more than anything. But yeah, we all gave him a shorter leash than other defenders got, just because we felt it's a bad business. But he needs to do what he does right now. Stay calm, stay quiet, do your thing, do whatever Tudor asks you from. Benefit from having Bremer around you, because that elevated his game by, 20-30%. And just keep at it. So far from the beginning of the season, he's been a non-issue. So I extended the leash for him right now.
This is where we're at right now. You have social accounts that want to control emotions of fans and almost try to guide them into what they're thinking. Like I remember Bonetti trying to make a joke like, oh man, he's like, they signed Lloyd Kelly who wouldn't play for Juve, Stabia, whatever. It's like, okay, haha. You've got IFTV guys that don't even take the time, an Italian run channel, to even bother posting anything about one of the best Derby d'Italias in God knows how long, but they don't waste any time to post a picture of selling Hoysen, Lloyd Kelly in for clickbait and just to control like fans' emotions or whatever. The fact of the matter is Kelly came in because of other issues. We loaned Rugani for no friggin' reason. We said goodbye to our captain Danilo for no apparent reason. And then you were scrambling. That's why Vega came in too. Vega and Kelly. They both came in because of that. And he gets tied into it and lumped into it. So it is what it is. I'm still not sold on Lloyd Kelly. Like, I'm just saying it, but he hasn't been an issue. He's just not an issue.
No. He's not been our best defender by any stretch of the imagination.
I still think, and I stand firm, if once Cabal gets up to speed, because you could tell he's not up to speed, I think Cabal actually takes over the left center back role, to be honest.
100% agree. Cabal was playing well before his injury.
He looked good. He looked good before the injury, but when he came in, you knew that he's got a long way to go still. Talk about integrating, and then again, remember the point we made earlier about Bremer and his integration? Just for contrast, look at Cabal's first minutes back in that last game against Inter. Talk about trying to get up to speed, and then that makes you appreciate even more where Bremer's at since coming back.
Isn't Cabal coming back sooner than Bremer? Cabal, how long was Cabal's injury after Bremer's?
Like the same week, if I remember correctly.
It was around the same time. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
They work close together.
And just for the record, I'm not taking shots at anybody out there. I don't really care if it's seen as taking shots, and you guys can whatever. But it's a point that I hate, and Skanga even said it on the show, the post-match show. It's annoying that it's seen as this trend or whatever, cool to hate Juve and everything about them. And when accounts try to list themselves as bias, then I'm going to hold you to that and show you and point out every damn time that you're actually not. So,
well, what I said post game was, what I said post game was, hey, when the lights come on at the pub at 2 a.m., we may not be the prettiest one left, but if you take us home, we'll make sure you're satisfied. Or just stick with us. That's all I said. I said, don't worry about these other shows.
What do you mean by not? Man, look at this panel. We talk about not the prettiest. Jesus.
I'm just saying.
You need to work on your beard, Berto.
No, I need to keep it trim. I can't go bushwhacker.
Okay.
Okay.
So have like a toupee for your beard.
Yeah.
What's it called? That you can put on your ears and have it for a show where we're all in.
No.
You have to keep it short for work.
Like
I'm gonna go old school Del Piero.
Gandalf beard.
I'm gonna go old school Del Piero with the points.
Didn't you do that once for a bet? I thought we did that after Euros or something. You shaved it in.
Actually, I did. I did.
It was a win. You're like, I'll do Piero beard.
Yeah.
What was that for? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on the
There
internet.
you
People
go.
can find it.
And Mitch showing some love. Good thing on this channel is that everyone can have its own opinion, not like some others where the host crushes you when you're not with him on some topics. That is what we call fragile.
We've been known to disagree, the three of us.
Egotistic.
And we sort of go after each other. But
dude,
that's
Skanga, you missed it in the summer, but Omer and I had a beautiful battle. Holy man. We haven't had one forever. It was good.
Toupees?
But, oh man.
Yeah.
What was it on?
Yeah.
Remember? See, you don't even remember.
It was on the dye that you used for that beard, you
son of a bitch. Look, you can see the grays. Look at them coming in, you son of a bitch.
That's just to fight off the attacks and just to keep people off of it. All right, you guys.
Yeah.
Storm the barn. Do you guys have any Storm the Barns? Do you guys have anything before we kind of sign off and then get ready for this big matchup?
Not so much as Storm the Barn. I had one with Kelly and how you're feeling about him right now. It's not really a question. Just what pops into mind is Tudor's goal in the Champions League. Who else remembers his goal and what it meant?
In the Champions League.
Yeah.
Why am I thinking about his... I'm thinking about a goal he scored in the Derby. Wait, but the one in Champions League, he stomped it from the top of the 22 or 23, right around the top of that semicircle, and drilled it. Was this Spanish side?
Yeah, Deportivo La Coruña. It was 2003. I don't think we're getting out of the second group stage if it hadn't been for that goal, because we made it all the way to the final, and it sucks because of Nedved and everything.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I actually watched a recap of that Champions League season not long ago, like last week. But I remember his goal very clearly because it was 2-2 and Deportivo La Coruña were awesome. But Tudor nailed it with a volley from outside the area and kind of got us into the next round with that.
Are they still around? Deportivo? Are they still around? Are they still a thing?
I don't remember if they're in La Liga.
I do remember them being a problem back in the day.
Yeah, they had Diego Tristan and Roy Mackay and Coloccini and some great players that I really liked. To be honest, they were a very good team back in the day, in the early 2000s, but they have dropped off massively since.
Yeah, we got...
That's a shame.
Bucci here. Are we going to see Berto's bicep explode again today? If so, will we get a warning? I don't know, you guys. That was just heat of the moment stuff. Come on, take it easy. Take it easy on the old guns.
Heat of the moment. Yep.
It was the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
Mitch, Berto, you wear that shirt tonight when we won the Champions League against those bums. All right. When we should have.
Make sure you wear an undershirt.
Yeah.
When is Tudor getting his own FC26 card? What the fuck? Oh my God, FC26. Don't even get me started. The madness will start in 3 days. And then there'll be a whole nother level of frustrations, I'm sure. You guys, watch along. I'm stoked for this one. First Champions League watch along of the season. We got Juve. We got Borussia Dortmund. I am just checking on the news before we sign out here and everything, and it does look like the game could be delayed. So there's going to be a little bit of a delay before it starts. They're still trying to get Bonnie off the fucking pitch. That bum.
Guy.
That
took a shot.
Bum. Intermerda, man. Some things never change. Robbed,
You're telling me that if he gets into a
off
fight,
the pitch, okay? Scrape that loser Bonnie off the damn pitch. Get him out of here.
You're telling me that if he gets into a fight and gets touched like that in his face, does he fall to the ground and it's match over?
Man,
Probably.
he fits right in
Never
with those
in a million
scumbags.
years.
The funny thing was, the Inter fans were out there trying to show the face on camera where you see it make contact. That was the best camera to show that he actually flopped after he lost the ball to just try and get a call, because the contact had come. He doesn't even start going down until the ball starts leaving him, and then he's dropping and flailing. The guy's a mutt. Anyways, get off our damn pitch. We got business to take care of with Dortmund. So get that loser out of there, and those guys could keep crying.
A Marpet.
Fucking love it.
The
Love
Marpet's still the best.
Marpet? Yeah, he's a Marpet. Fucking Marpet. Tuna throwing out the Marpet. Love it. Love it. You guys, good times. Everybody's hyped up. Positive predictions here. We're ready to roll. Okay? So what, 4.5 hours? We reconvene here, and then we get to the action on the watch along, all right? Skanga, Omer, absolute pleasure. And, hey, what do you do for, do you have any superstitions for Champions League versus Serie A?
No. I turn the game on at 1 minute before the game starts. Even then, I'm like 30 seconds before the game starts.
What do you do for your Achita? Because I know you get Achita before Champions
after
League.
After the game today, I will clean my garage and cut the grass.
That is not how you treat Achita. That actually gives you Achita. Yard work after a Champions League game. Yard work after. Do it first.
It gets everything out. No. I gotta do it. I gotta do it after. Yep.
No. After. No. Omer. Champions League.
Yeah, the difference is that the game ends at midday for you. For me, it ends late at night. So if it's a win, I can scroll through Twitter for like 2 hours after the match. Before the match, I used to love the panels and everything, but then it became all Ronaldo and Messi, so I just stopped watching them. I don't do a whole lot. The main thing is my wife makes pizza here at home, and that's like the Champions League game day routine that we have. Yeah,
that's a good woman right there.
Smoke hella hash before, during, and
after. That's true, actually.
Pump up song, music.
Oh, absolutely. Electric Callboy, Hyper.
CNC Music Factory, Sweat. Sweat. Let the rhythm take control. No, that's not my pump up song. Skanga, what's your pump up song?
Oh God, I couldn't even think. I'd have to open Spotify to start scrolling.
Hell's Bells. Oh,
not bad.
Eye of the Tiger. Oh yeah. Jump. Yep. Van Halen. 84.
Hey, not bad. That's a good call.
Aging myself there, but Jump. Come on. Jump. Let's go. Thunderstruck. Classic. John Cena. John Cena. Theme music. Actually, it's John Cena. Okay, from Santino Marella. John Cena. You guys, 4.5 hours. I'm fired up. We're going to have a lot of fun. Take care. Till then, fino alla fine. Forza Juventus. Metallica, anything? Abso-fucking-lutely. Like my favorite band, all right? Let's go, baby. Dortmund.
Nothing else matters.
Let's give Dortmund one of these today. Let's go, baby. See you all in a bit. Ciao, ciao.
Set the tone.